Out here, the line between human and wild blurs. There's no barrier, no shield, just raw nature and pure adrenaline. In these heart-pounding moments, creatures emerge from the shadows, closing in with a power and presence that stops you cold. Every breath, every step becomes a pulse-racing test of courage as the untamed world comes dangerously close. This is where adventure turns electric and survival instincts ignite like never before. At the Madikwe Private Game Lodge, a group of tourists found themselves face to face with one of Africa's most formidable predators, a fiercely protective mother leopard. From the cover of the bush, she erupted in a sudden bluff charge, closing the distance with a speed and ferocity that sent hearts racing. Cameras rolled as the big cat advanced again, her piercing gaze locking onto the stunned onlookers, delivering the scare of a lifetime. After a tense minute and a half of holding her ground, the leopard finally turned away, melting silently back into the wilderness. In Tanzania's legendary Serengeti National Park, a routine safari took a tense turn when tourists discovered a lioness resting just inches from their vehicle. Moments later, her mate, a massive, overprotective male lion, emerged from the grass, searching for his missing queen. With deliberate, powerful strides, he closed in on the car, forcing the driver to rev the engine in a desperate bid to ward him off. The roaring challenge startled both lions, sending them toward another nearby vehicle before they finally disappeared into the tall golden grass, leaving the shaken tourists to make their escape. A lone lion strides purposefully down a dirt road, moving straight toward the camera from inside a slowly advancing vehicle. Each step brings the predator closer, its unwavering gaze locked ahead as the gap narrows. Then, in a sudden burst of speed, the lion breaks into a run, pounding after the car with raw, explosive power. The vehicle accelerates, the chase kicking up clouds of dust as the king of the plains closes in. A tiger strolls along a shaded forest path, its striped form blending with the dappled light. Without warning, it breaks into a brief sprint after the passing safari vehicle, sending a jolt of panic and laughter through the startled tourists. The mix of fear and amusement turns the moment into an unforgettable, if slightly comical, brush with one of nature's most powerful predators. On the open plains, a massive male lion turns his attention to a white car, prowling closer with predatory intent. Without warning, he launches into what looks like a charge, his muscles coiled with raw power. From inside another nearby vehicle, the person filming lets out a sharp gasp, the sound cutting through the tense silence. In that instant, every onlooker is left wondering if the lion will halt or attack. In a startling encounter, a wild lion strolls up to a parked vehicle, brushing its massive body along the side before locking eyes with the driver. It rises to the window, powerful paws pressing against the glass, and clamps its jaws around the side view mirror in a show of raw strength. The predator paws and probes, seemingly searching for a way inside, its presence radiating dominance. Only when the driver starts the engine does the lion reluctantly back away, allowing for a tense, hasty escape. In Vale Water, South Africa, a group of men on safari found their peaceful ride shattered by an unexpected burst of danger. It began with a curious hippo approaching from the road, prompting them to record the encounter, unaware of what was coming next. Without warning, the massive animal lunged into a full charge, thundering toward their vehicle with terrifying speed. The driver floored the accelerator, narrowly pulling away until the hippo finally abandoned the chase. In Kruger National Park, a group of tourists found their path blocked by a towering elephant, its massive frame radiating authority. As it advanced toward their vehicle with a menacing stride, the air grew thick with tension. Even after they tried to put distance between themselves and the giant, it demonstrated its dominance, toppling a tree and kicking up clouds of dirt. Overwhelmed by the display of power, the group threw their vehicle into reverse and fled in fear. South Africa sets the stage for a thrilling encounter as tourists sit inside a small ground-level cage surrounded on all sides by wild lions. One person raises a phone to capture the moment as a massive lion climbs atop the cage, peering down with predatory curiosity. Another shot shows a close-up of a lion's face and powerful paws pressed against the see-through panel, its tongue sweeping across the glass. The thin barrier is all that stands between them and nature's raw power. On a dirt road in India, a protective rhino stands guard over its calf, its massive frame blocking any approach. Nearby, a man clings halfway up a tree, clearly having scrambled there to avoid the animal's charge. The rhino's watchful stance leaves no doubt it's keeping the man at bay to protect its young. After a tense moment, mother and calf turn away, disappearing peacefully down the road. On a dusty safari track, the stillness shatters as a tiger bursts from the dense bushes, its striped form slicing through the shadows. In a heartbeat, it launches into a sudden charge toward a parked vehicle, closing the gap with terrifying speed. The men inside erupt in panicked screams, the air thick with adrenaline. Just as quickly, the tiger halts, its piercing eyes lingering before it slips back into the undergrowth, leaving hearts pounding in its wake. In South Africa, an explorer stands casually beside a towering giraffe, seemingly oblivious to the risk of getting too close. Without warning, the gentle giant's demeanor shifts, and it suddenly lunges forward. The startled explorer sprints away, the giraffe in swift pursuit, its long strides closing the gap in seconds. Only after reaching safety does the breathless man glance back at the unexpected chase. In a South African reserve, two massive rhinos suddenly break into a charge, thundering after a safari vehicle. The occupants keep their distance, careful not to provoke the powerful animals, yet the sight of the giants closing in is nothing short of intimidating. For a tense stretch, the rhinos try to match the vehicle's pace, their sheer speed a reminder of their formidable strength. It's a chase that proves outrunning them is a risk best not taken. The heart of the wild comes alive as a massive male lion moves just inches from an open-top safari vehicle, his golden mane glowing under the sun. As he reaches the passenger side, his piercing amber eyes settle on the man seated there, studying him with an intense, almost unnerving focus. For a few breathless moments, predator and human remain locked in a silent standoff. Then, with regal indifference, the lion turns and strolls away down the dusty road. A massive silverback gorilla emerges from the dense jungle, his towering frame commanding silent respect as he approaches a group of tourists. A calm yet urgent voice instructs everyone to stay still and pull their feet aside, the air thick with tension. The great ape strides past, every movement radiating raw power, his dark eyes scanning the unfamiliar visitors. Without a glance back, he descends a nearby slope and disappears into the green depths of the forest. A tense standoff erupts when a massive hippo suddenly charges a safari vehicle, slamming its bulk into the side with bone-jarring force. Without hesitation, it wheels around and charges again from behind, its sheer power shaking the air. The driver accelerates, putting distance between them, while the hippo remains planted, watching the retreating vehicle with an unblinking territorial glare. When the wild steps this close, it leaves a mark you'll never forget, a powerful reminder of nature's raw beauty and unpredictable spirit. And these encounters teach us respect, caution, and awe, proving that in the heart of the wilderness, we're always just visitors. As the dust settles and the animals fade back into the shadows, one thing is clear: the wild will always hold its mysteries, waiting for the next brave soul to come face to face.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.